Hey guys, I wanted to make this quick video. If you notice that the Tuxedo Rental and Eyes Wide Shut are what the two models talked to Tom Cruise about, do you want to reach the end of the rainbow? Because everybody at the Masquerade Ball is a part of the secret society. And they also talk about reaching the end of the rainbow. When Tom Cruise is with the prostitute that he does not have sex with, there's always these indigenous masks in the film as well, which I found the symbolism to be really, really crazy, and also the symbolism of Christmas. And if you notice, there's always these strange faces that are all around, masking, suppressing energy, also having secrecies within relationships, and also doing these rituals on Christmas, because the meaning of Christmas is about the coming of Jesus, if you will. And if you notice here, there's always this sun symbol in the shape of a pentagram at the Masquerade Ball, and everybody who is there is a part of the secret society. If you notice that when Tom Cruise talks to Nick, he talks to him for a moment, then the guy pulls him aside. It's like, I need to talk to you about something, Nick. Well, he was pulling him aside, talking about the party that they were going to have. And also the woman who Tom Cruise helped in the bathroom where she almost OD'd with Sidney Pollock's character, he was also at the secret society party, and also there was a symbolism of the woman being naked in a portrait and her being naked laying the same exact way. So it's all secrecy, greed, and lust. And if you notice in this scene, Nicole Kidman, her name in the movie is Alice. This is the goddess of love and wisdom. And she's dancing with this man, and when they're dancing, it's supposed to be the symbolism of making love in a sense, because they're kind of swindling and going back and forth. So if you see this, it looks very much intimate, very sexual, very flirtatious. So it sets the precedence of this sexual odyssey that Tom Cruise's character goes on. And that's just a better view of it right here. I notice all of these really weird statues. So if you're wondering who the villain is in Eyes Wide Shut, it is Tom Cruise's character. The reason being is because he attracted all of this because he could not stand the thought of his wife having sex with him and thinking about another man, which led him to attract the secret society party to himself, because your dreams become a reality. The illusion of glancing. And also everything in this movie is an indication of what happens even today. So if you see this and you understand that he is the problem of this because he makes terrible decisions, because he does not always attract the sexual encounters per se, but he attracted this to himself because he wanted his wife to not only think about anybody but himself, but realizing that also he has fantasies himself, and that we all have fantasies. So its understanding is that he attracted all of this to himself because he could not stand the thought of his wife being with another man. And also because of the people that he surrounded himself with, unbeknownst to him, that's why The Firm and Eyes Wide Shut are very similar, because everybody that he is encircled around, and also everybody within his life, within his job, is a part of this secret society. So it's a whole charade. And understanding this is that everybody knew that he was going to follow through with this. And they all watched him do this. And they knew that he was going to go through with all of this, and understanding that they manipulated him and wanted him to understand what he was even getting himself into, just being a doctor and being around the people that he administers to. So if you notice that there are people here that are still at the Masquerade Ball. And another thing is, this film took 400 days to make. This scene right here is one of the longest running scenes in cinematic history. And also Stanley Kubrick, 3 days after the movie was released, ultimately just died. And they cut 30 minutes out of this movie. So if they were okay with what they were demonstrating in this movie, why did they cut 30 minutes out? And we'll never really get to see those other scenes.